I tell you what, I do not like to get up early in the morning, but I get up at 6:40 every morning, except Saturdays. 6:40 every morning so I can do my devotions, because you got to take care of your spiritual life too. You can have the best body in the world, and if your spiritual life's not there, it's not going to happen, ladies. I get up, I do my devotions, brush my teeth, all that fun junk, and then I go and I either run or do Tai Bo or some kind of exercise for at least 30 minutes. Ideally, if you want to lose weight, you're supposed to exercise an hour a day. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but you don't have to do it all at once. You can break it up. They say you can even do it 5 minutes at a time. You have a desk job, you just set an alarm on your computer or on your cell phone or whatever, and every so often you get up for 5 minutes, you stretch, you can walk in place, you can jog in place, you can walk down the hall, whatever the case may be. But add it up, get it going. And in fact, it's even better to break it up some because that keeps your metabolism going. Okay, back to my notes. First of all, guys, we need to realize our need for change. Do you realize that just losing 2 inches from your waist, or 5 to 10 pounds, this is about what it's going to be, can significantly, I'm sorry, I could not find, see, I'm one of those people, I put things somewhere so I don't lose it, and then I can't ever find it again. And so I put my statistics somewhere where I couldn't lose them, and I couldn't find them. But it is you can significantly, I can't talk, reduce your risks for cancer, type 2 diabetes, even, heart disease, cholesterol, blood pressure, you name it. You lose weight, you're gonna reduce your risks significantly. How many people like to eat fast food? That's good, most of you don't. Okay, eating fast food once a week will cause a weight gain of 2 pounds per year. Doesn't sound like much, right? But that's 1 meal a week. Okay, 1 meal a week is going to cause you to gain 2 pounds a year. And every meal that you add in a week, that's going to add you another 2 pounds per year. So, I think those are pretty good reasons, don't you? It's a good idea to lose weight. Less than a third of the United States is at a healthy weight. That's pretty sad. But the leading cause of obesity in the United States, does anybody want to take a guess at what that is? It's not McDonald's.
Soda.
Dieting. Why? Because diets don't work. It has to be a lifestyle change. You have to live the lifestyle. Just like you can't be a Christian just by going to church, you can't do a diet and expect to have a nice body. You gotta be willing to put in the time and the effort and make some sacrifices. But you know what? It is so worth it. When I look in the mirror and I look at these pictures and I go, wow, where I came from. It is so huge to me. No pun intended. Like I said, high weight or obesity and being overweight can cause you all kinds of problems: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, even cancer. And so you want to do everything you can to avoid getting these. Our lifestyle in the United States is just not healthy. So even if you do everything you can to be healthy on your own, you still have a great risk. But reducing those risks, what is that worth? Also, did you know, how many of you have joint pain? I've had joint pain since I was 15 years old. Glucosamine chondroitin helps a lot, but that's not what I'm talking about today. Does anybody know what causes joint pain?
Overweight.
It's a lack of cartilage in your joints, okay? Does anybody know how to build cartilage? Exercise. When I'm bending my knee like this, that's building cartilage in my knee. So as much as it hurts, you start small. Even if all you can do is walk, you walk. But you do whatever it takes and it will help. It really does. Self-esteem. Okay, guys, we in America have the wrong idea of what self-esteem is. Self-esteem, according to the dictionary, means a realistic respect for or favorable impression of oneself, self-respect. That means that we need to see ourselves the way Christ sees us. Not what the mirror says, not what the world says. We need to see ourselves a realistic respect, and that's the kind of respect that God has for us. So we need to be willing to look at ourselves. If we're constantly having a negative self-image, which self-image is the idea, conception, or mental image one has of oneself. If you always have a negative self-image, you're never going to get anywhere. If you're always saying, oh, I'm so fat, oh, I'm so ugly, you're not going to succeed. Because you'll just give up. Why even try? Why bother? I can't do it. I'm just going to be like this forever. But you don't have to be. Unless you have some kind of medical problem that literally prevents you from losing weight, you can do it. Why? Because I can do all things through Christ. And God does care about even little things. Well, what, you know. Okay, hello, how much does a sparrow weigh? Like probably a few ounces. If God knows when every sparrow falls, don't you think He knows every time we step on a scale? That's a lot more than a sparrow in my case. Okay, so number 2, we got to make a change. 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, so whatever you eat or drink or whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God. Now, the original context here is the freedom of the believer, you know, eating meat or whether you shouldn't eat meat that's sacrificed to idols and not causing others to stumble. How do you know you can, how many of you know that you can cause others to stumble in what you eat and how much you eat? How many of your moms have kids? Or grandparents have grandkids? Most of us in this room. How many of you know we've got to be an example? We've got to teach our kids now. That was one of my main motivations when I started losing weight. I do not want my girls struggling with what I've struggled with my entire life. I want them to learn how to be healthy. I want them to learn to exercise. I want them to learn to love it. And you know what? You can. There's something for everybody. There are so many different things that you can do, whether it's Taekwondo or walking or running or stretching or anything. You can do anything as long as you're moving.